Hello there, people of the universe. My name is MichSciFi, and welcome back to another movie review. We're carrying on with the Saw franchise with 2005's Saw 2, which was directed by Darren Lynn Bousman and stars, of course, Tobin Bell, as well as many other actors, many of which I probably can't pronounce the names for. So I'll be honest, I probably can, but that's not what the film is about. The films are about the visuals, the creepy ass fucking traps, and for the most part, the amazing story. So with Saw 2, does this one land? Does it hit? Is it a miss? Is it better than the first one? Is it a traditional sequel that goes better? Or is it one of those sequels where it's fucking worse and it's shitter and blah 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 blah? Honestly, with this one, it is really good. It isn't as brilliant. It isn't as masterclass of storytelling as the first one, but for the most part, this film definitely does. It doesn't up the ante in the traditional way of being better than the first one, but it does tick a lot of the boxes that a sequel should. It does go big over the scale of the film, while the first one is obviously very much in a singular location with the odd like bits of backstory and flashbacks and flashaways and all that stuff. With this one, it very much is bigger in terms of its scale and its story and its twist, obviously, which we'll get to in the spoiler part. Its twist is... what's the word? With this film, obviously I said in my Saw 1 review, I already knew the twist. But with this one and all the others, I didn't know anything. So the twist in this film was really, really good. There's debatably two twists, sort of, and both are really well executed. They are brilliant, and the traps, the editing style that I mentioned last time carries on in this one, and it is once again unsettling, it's jarring, it's intense, and it really does make you lean back and go, fucking hell, alright. Like, that's something that that happens a lot with the editing style of the Saw films, and I don't know if you could say it's a good thing or not, but it's certainly a Saw thing, so I'll praise it for that. And then the traps, the visuals of them, Jesus Christ is all I will say. Like, there's a trap very early on in the film, which I forget what it's called. I think it's like the Venus flytrap trap. Fucking hell, to say the least. There's another one called is it the Angel Trap? I really should check the names of these, but all the traps in the film are... They're brilliant, and the visuals and the gore, it's amazing. And like I said in the first film about how eventually the whole argument about these films just being torture porn, eventually that does become very much a worthy argument. But with this film, I'm happy to say the story is very much still the forefront of the film. It isn't just go watch a lot of people die in disgusting and disturbing ways and then question your sanity at how much you enjoy those, which... There's a moment in a later film that I very much need to question why I enjoy it as much as I do, but we'll not get to that. 2 ice blocks, that's all I'm saying. But with this film, like I was saying, the story does still win through, and honestly, the characters, like in the first film, Adam and Lawrence Gordon, as well as Detective Tapp and Singh and Amanda, they're great as well. But with this one, we have a lot more main characters, and while some of them... you couldn't give a shit what happens to him. Not in the sense of that they're not well written or anything, but no, they're arseholes and bollocks to him. But a lot of them, you really do sympathise with, you really do feel for them, and you do end up hoping certain ones will make it out. And just, the thing I love about this film is the moments where it really gets your heart going, and when traps are going on and people are at risk, or people are in chases, or blah 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 blah. The moments where the film wants your heart to race, it does. They took what they did with the first film and they expand on it. They try and add more to the lore of the film that could very well just been a one and done. And I really think the film does deserve its praise for that. So, as we get into spoiler territory, as always, go to this timestamp for my rating and wrap up. So yeah, spoilers. Oh my god, the twist that the game that Detective Matthews has been forced to watch, forced to see his son in danger, the fact that it's pre-recorded, oh my shit. I will say that I remember that when one of the SWAT team members presses pause on the thing, I was just like, oh, fuck. Like, it was brilliant. And then the other twist that Amanda is part of the game. I think I already knew that because I've played Dead by Daylight and one of my favourite killers is the pig. And one of the add-ons in the game is called Amanda's Choice. And I think the pig in DBD is referred to as Amanda. So I kind of already knew that she eventually joins. But the way it is revealed, very well done. With what I was saying before about how, non-spoiler, about how there are some characters that you really hope the worst for. Yeah, the guy in the white top with no sleeves, I forget his name, the one who goes on a fucking warpath in the end and he cuts his piece of his fucking, like, he is a lunatic. But not only that, well, no, you know he's determined to survive, but for the most part, outside of that, he's a dickhead. The fact that instead of doing his own challenge in the game, he throws Amanda, it's like, bruv! Though, the way he gets his comeuppance, the fact that he's out for himself, when in reality, if they'd have just worked together and cherished life, things would have gone a lot better. One of my favourite moments about this film that I could have mentioned in the non-spoiler thing, so apologies for that. It's the fact that we get a lot more time with John Kramer, with Tobin Bell, and while John Kramer is, without a doubt, a psychopath, a sociopath, a nut job, you can't help but enjoy the moments where he is taunting or talking to, or both usually, at Detective Matthews. It's brilliant. I love how much of an intellect John Kramer as a character is. The fact that he always has all the cards, it is a masterclass in character writing, but also acting. I will never be able to watch The Flash Season 3 again, because now, whenever I see Savitar, I won't be able to not think of Saul. Because for me, I watched The Flash with him in as Savitar first, and now I've seen all the Saul films. And with all that said, where do I rate Saw 2? I'm going to give it 3 out of 5 stars, which, if you are familiar with my reviews, 3 stars it's in the middle, naturally. But what I mean when I say that is, it's not bad, it's not amazing, but it is really good. 3 stars is a good rating, and like I say, this film is really good. There are some moments of weakness that weren't as... What's the word? There are just some moments that don't gel with me, if that's the right word, but there's nothing in this film there's nothing that pinpoints to me as, oh, this was really bad, I'm going to fucking rant about this. That happens later in the series, but let's not get to that at least yet. So, yeah, thank you guys for watching. Take care, be kind, be good to one another, and I'll see you soon. Bye.
I'm a living legend. You ain't heard yet, you not get the message. From the moment that I'm stepping in, I get a couple weapons. Yeah, I turn to a beast when I'm repping. I'm a living legend.